And good morning, 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. Hope you're doing well. I talk fast because I'm late for, I'm not late for a meeting, but it's going to be here soon. And I got to time off. Anyway, I want to talk about, I was watching, I got a 100-year-old tree in my side yard in the city of Philadelphia, which is very hard to take care of. And had tree climbers coming in there. I was watching, listening to them, and they were planning their day. And it reminded me of sprint planning. I guess that's my warning that we actually went live. That would be great. I hope. Turn off my sound on my phone. But it reminded me, and I want to talk about a little bit how that reminded me what sprint planning is. I know we talked about sprint planning the other day, but I just want to dwell on part B of sprint planning a little bit more and how that is just like Dev 101. And people complain, oh, Scrum's not this and that. I'm like, no, it just makes freaking common sense. So I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach, and this is the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show, where we talk about Scrum and Agile in a very practical and tactical way to bring value to your customer, not work crazy hours to do that, get home to family and friends, and have a little fun along the way. So these guys get ready to climb this tree. This tree is like 80 feet tall. I mean, it's a big tree, and it's a tricky tree. And I got to maintain it every so often. So I have people come in and make sure there's no limbs or risk or weight or risk to other people and buildings. So before he went up the tree, he just didn't go out and start hacking away at the tree, right? Just put saw, kill it, He sat there because he had to climb the tree. Figured out which branches you want to hook the rope into so he can swing from, and which ones he wanted to put his block and tackle on, because there was a garage next door. So when they take the limb down, they want to make sure the limb comes down through this little narrow. I mean, he really did a good job. And get it down there without doing any damage. So he had to think about what he was going to do before they did it for a little bit. It took a little bit of time, just assess the tree, figure out which the good limbs were, visualize what they wanted to do to come up with the solution to the problem. So Greg, what the heck does the tree climbing in this have to do with sprint planning? There's no relation whatsoever, but it does. Any developer, when you learn the code and develop 101, and they say, oh, you don't do this. You just don't go in and hack the code. I'm going to go flip the code. I'm going to put things, I'm going to put stuff in it, and I'm not going to think about it. You're supposed to plan and design and lay out what you think your plan of attack is for solving the problem. The ones that just go in and hack the code, they're not very good, and they're going to have lots of bugs, and they're not really that good. There may be some really super geniuses out there, but there's not that many of them. If you are that super genius, you should be a millionaire anyhow. You just didn't worry about any of this stuff. Multi-millionaire. But most of it, you want to plan what you want to do, how you want to come up with a solution. This is where that sprint planning part 2 comes into play, where you work with your teammates, figure out what the plan attack to come up with a solution for the story of the issues they want to come up with. That is the similar. That's where you take that time. So anybody says sprint planning is not needed in dev, and this is kind of why I'm a little iffy on the Kanban sometimes. Kanban's okay, do it right, but when you have a problem, you want to take a second and figure out what you want to do before you go hacking away at code. So that's what I just wanted to share today. Just think about those guys going up in the tree. They're going to have block and tackle, pull the branches down. What branch do you want to come down and kill themselves, right? They got to be safety and everything. And the same thing goes with code. You just don't go hacking away at the code. Take that sprint planning that is set aside for that to make sure you come up with a good solution, and encourage your team to do it. And with that, I'm going to say take care, have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.